Welcome back, my friends. So today we've got a pretty exciting one for you. No, we're not looking at another one of the Neo Geo minis. We're done with that for now. We're taking a look at the Neo Geo Arcade Stick Pro from SNK. I've been very interested in checking this out. It releases this month in a couple weeks. I did get an early sample to share with you guys. So we're going to be doing a little first impressions, first look, unboxing, testing out some of the included games. I will be doing some future content as well, testing it on other hardware, possibly doing a tear down, all that good stuff. If there's something that you want to see that I don't cover in this video, drop a comment down below letting me know. That way I can have everything covered for you guys. But here she is. So this is going to be like around 130 bucks, I believe, in the US, 150 euros in Europe. So there's that. This is a beefy ass box, my friends. It's about 19 inches across, maybe a little more. And it's pretty hefty. I've got other arcade sticks that were in smaller boxes than this. And I'm just like, man, maybe this thing's bigger than I expected. So here it is. Pretty nice little box. You know, you got that yellow color scheme going on. Carry on the legacy. Nothing amazing on the sides there. It's the same thing on both. Boom. On the back, explains some of the features. Does show that it's also supports this thing, so you can plug it in and use it as a controller on this. We have 20 preloaded games. You're supposed to be able to load other games as well. We're gonna have to test that out, but let's just go ahead and unbox this. If you want to take a look at this, read anything, go ahead and freeze frame it now, but let's just get into it. Oh, there we go. Hi, this is Asp, your new friend. Awesome, I've got a friend finally. There we go. Set that to the side. Pretty nice stuff so far. Packaging's not too bad. Sometimes, you know, people don't really care about the packaging, but I think this is pretty slick so far. And that thing was heavy pulling it out. Jeez. Here we get a little instruction manual, a little box of goodies. See what's in there. USB-C cable for power, and a little baggie of stuff. What's in the baggie? We get a sticker. We get a sticker, my friends. Neo Geo SNK sticker. What? We get some little rubber feet. We got 4 of them. Looks like they're a couple millimeters thick. I guess if you need some extra feet action, if you're into that kind of thing. We get this little dongle, this little adapter. What is this? I think I know what this is. This is so you could plug the stick into a Neo Geo Mini. So there you go. Get one. That's all you need. You only got one stick. Each stick comes with one. Why would you need more? And the manual. It's going to be in like a million different languages. It's just going to explain certain things like the console mode, joystick mode, what all the buttons are, all that good stuff. It's only a couple pages. I believe it's like, that's it. We don't really need to go over all this. Manuals are for wusses. We're just gonna plug this bish in and check it out. I mean, if we wind up having trouble with that, we're gonna have to refer back to the manual, but whatever, man. We ain't worried about that crap. Let's get this out of the way. And here's the star of the show. So let's go ahead and get her out. Oh, I'm breaking it already, man. Wow, so here it is. Mine says sample because it's a sample. It's got a little stamp of a sample right there. If you buy one of these, it's not going to say sample. At least I hope it doesn't anyway. So here it is. Clicky sticks are no longer hard to make, my friends. This is pretty sticky. This doesn't feel too bad. These are definitely not Sanwa, but the stick doesn't feel bad. We'll have to tear this down. Like I said in another quicker video, we'll do that. Buttons are Sanwa style, not silent. We got that A, B, C, D, the layout that I don't like, but hey, we're supposed to be able to change everything if we so choose. The front, on focus, you got where you could plug in some additional controllers if you want to use the Neo Geo mini pad controllers. They plug in the front, so you could use that instead of this. Or if you want a second player, plug it in. One person uses this, the other person uses the crappy CD pad. I mean, the CD pad's good. It's just the Neo Geo mini pad isn't that great, but there's that. You plug it in there, plug in your headphones right there. Awesome stuff. Man, this thing is heavy. You have a start, a select, options, and turbo button, and then some switches over here for the different modes, joystick or console mode. Pretty good stuff. On the back, we have our HDMI, USB-C for power, and then a USB port. There we go. Here is the bottom of this thing. So we do have some, like, not really feet. I guess this is where the screws are hidden, is these little rubber things. So I guess you would just put your feet on there if you want. Right here's a little plug. I know some people are like, what are you talking about, man? Like, a lot of controllers do this kind of thing, but you could pop this out and get in there with a flat head. It's kind of hard to see, but you can get in there to change the ball top if you so choose. So that's a feature that a lot of people told me is common on a lot of arcade sticks. Just so happens none of the arcade sticks I've ever used have had that. So that's why I was kind of like, well, what the hell is that? But there you go. It plugs up. No actual hole exposed. That is pretty neat. And right here, we have our USB cable. There we go. Pretty nice stuff. Let's see how... So this would be to where you plug it into like a console or your PC. So if we're plugging this into the TV, we don't really need to worry about that. But it is there. Nice little dust cover for the stick. Overall, this doesn't feel bad. These are the mode indicator lights. We're going to go ahead and plug this thing in and test it out. But I did weigh this. And this thing is 4 freaking pounds. This is a hefty little fella. A little fat boy arcade stick. It feels good though. My God, like this is solid. This does not feel cheap. I've used other sticks that were comparable in price that just felt like crap. This actually feels good. It's going to be like, if you're into this stuff type of thing, because it is kind of shaped where it's shaped like a CD pad. But I still like the way it looks and feels. It feels quality. This is a nice little thing. So let's go ahead and plug it in. Take a look. See if that video quality is better with the included games. Why the hell not? I see on my viewfinder this green is like brighter than it should be, but it's a nice green. It's a nice darker green. It's not as bright as what I'm seeing, but let's go ahead and plug this in and take a look. Okay, guys, we're powered on, ready to go. I've been messing with this quite a bit since I recorded the unboxing. Been finding some very interesting things, so I'm going to share that with you in a moment. We're going to go over all the features, all that good stuff, but first, let's take a look at the games. So we do have 20 games, a shiz ton of King of Fighters. It's like, man, how many of them do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 King of Fighters. Wow. They just wanted to put fighting games on this thing, but we can add more games, and we're gonna talk about that in a second because I found some interesting things with that. At least I think we're missing one little tiny piece, but I believe this is going to be extremely easy to do from what I've been told. I have to figure this one piece out. Maybe you guys will help me figure it out. So stay tuned for that. We're going to check that out in a second. Got some Fatal Fury goodness. Garou Mark of the Wolves. Awesome inclusion. Great game. Samurai Shodown 2, 3, 4, and 5 special. I'm always disappointed when I don't see Samurai Shodown 1 because it was such an amazing game. I know Samurai Shodown 2 kind of propelled the series, but man, Samurai Shodown 1 is an awesome game too. Like, they could have just excluded Samurai Shodown 3. I don't care for that game. They could have got rid of that boo-boo-ness. That's just my opinion. I would have rather had 1 than 3, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. I mean, we're going to be able to add our own shiz anyway, so who cares? Samurai Shodown 4, nice. Art of Fighting, World Heroes 2, World Heroes 2 Jet, and World Heroes Perfect. I don't know why we got 3 World Heroes. Like, maybe just 2 Jet would have been fine. You know, I know some people wanted to see shooters and all that, but SNK said, no, this is a fight stick. You're going to play some fighting games. That's what you get. Ninja Masters, Last Blade 2, and Kazuna Encounter. So there's all that. We'll jump into a couple games real quick, but first, let's take a look at what our options are. When you first boot this up, it's just an SNK logo and like a black and blue logo, and then it instantly goes to this. So there's nothing amazing. It just goes straight to this pretty much. But let's see, what is this? Copyright? Any unauthorized distribution? You can get your ass in trouble. Be careful. The question mark, what is this? Oh, it's the manual. Okay, some warnings. Okay, cool. We got a little manual here. Looks like some similar stuff from the actual printed manual. But in the printed manual, it's only 3 pages for each language, or 3 little squares. So this is going a little bit more in depth. So that's a good thing, because after I did the unboxing, I did go back to the manual. I was like, wait a minute, I have a couple questions here, and I couldn't really figure it out. So I was like, I mean, I did figure it out just from messing with it. But this right here, like, they don't have this diagram in there, so they explain it in words. I work better with pictures, not words. And this would have been better to be in the manual too, but it's right here explaining what the numbers are on the little switch. So that works. Really do appreciate that they included that. And then a little QR code if you want some more information, whatever. Where the interesting stuff comes in is the settings menu. Language, obviously, we got a bunch of languages. You all know what's up. Screen size, original aspect ratio, stretch this bish out if you want. Whatever you guys do behind closed doors, if you're a crazy mofo, that's on you. I don't care. Do what you want. If you want to stretch it out, go ahead. Then you have these two, the like border options to stretch it, or I mean, you know what I mean. We'll take a look at that in a second. Quality. This is where the cool stuff is. We have some scaling. By default, it's on smooth scaling, and that is some boo-boo-ness, like the Neo Geo Mini, the bilinear filtering. Looks like ass. No reason for it. Pixel scaling's where it's at. We have some transverse scan lines, some longitudinal scan lines, and 45-degree scan lines. And I'm going to tell you right now, they're horrible. We're going to look at least in my opinion, maybe you'll like it. I don't like scan lines. I don't use scan lines for any of my games, and any device that I use that can make scan lines, I don't use them. I don't care for them. I'm not trying to mimic scan lines from a CRT that, you know, I have a CRT. I don't see no damn scan lines the way these things are implemented. So I don't like them, but some people do. This is a judgment-free zone, even though we still judge, I guess. If you want to use them, fine, but I'm telling you right now, they need to fix these. They need to fix them. There's a problem. We're going to take a look at that in a second. It's just stupid, man. Can't believe they did that. For the people who like scan lines, you fucked it up, man. You fucked it up. For me, I don't care, so it doesn't bother me, but it does need to be noted. This is where the cool stuff comes in. At least cool stuff in that what the future may hold. System. Boom. Unlock. What? Unlock? What the hell does that mean, right? No external storage device detected. Huh. System upgrade. No external storage device detected. So I was wondering when I was messing with this. We have a USB port in the back. I'm like, what is that, right? It just says USB. That's all it says. It says USB back there. I don't say anything else. The other one for the USB-C, it says like power or DC in. So I have this little USB drive, and I was like, I'm going to plug this bish in and see what happens, right? I don't want to mess it up. Let me make sure I put it in right. I've been messing up USB ports lately, putting them in upside down and forcing them like an idiot. Be careful with your USB ports. And if you noticed, after I plugged that in, that little thing on, man, like the way my camera is, that way. I'm like a dumbass, can't figure it out. That way. That little USB drive in the corner, the bottom right corner, just popped up. There, hopefully that thing doesn't move anymore. But the little thing popped up over there, so I'm like, what? Okay, let's go back to unlock. Something happens this time, right? But nothing happens. On my little USB drive I just plugged in, I've tried a few things. I put a folder on it that just said Neo Geo, and I had some ROMs in there. It's not recognizing them. I've kind of changed some things, the formatting, changed the folders, renamed it. I haven't figured it out yet. Maybe there's like a little piece of software we need to have on there or something. But I think that may have to do with adding our games, unlocking it somehow. I've plugged this into my PC through that port, and you know, I've held buttons, I've changed switches, nothing has popped up, so I'm not 100% with that right now, but that's got to be the key, man. That's got to be the key. You see, like, we go to system upgrade, it's searching, we don't have an upgrade file. We're on version 1.3i. Factory reset, you can, just whatever, factory reset. So what do we have it on? We have it on pixel scale. Let's leave it on smooth so you can see what I'm talking about. But let's just go ahead and jump into a game. I can't wait to figure out how to hack this thing, because that's what people want to do, is add games. And from the sources I have that have, connections to SNK, they've told me it's going to be very simple. Like, SNK has developed this for you to be able to add stuff. We just have to figure it out, man. We just gotta have to figure it out. It's not gonna be as difficult as anything else, but it's something we gotta figure out, man. Maybe they'll release some kind of firmware update. Maybe there'll be something out there, right? But let's check out Samurai Shodown 2. There's some cool options here, and as you see, it's a blurry freaking mess. We got that bilinear filtering. Looks ass just like the Neo Geo Mini. But the cool thing is we can fix that. So, but here's the problem. You have that smoothing, that weird ass look. But let's go into the options. So I press the options on the side. If you go to exit, it takes you back to the game select. Save state, load state, that kind of thing. Here's one cool one. Controller settings. You click that. If you have another controller plugged into this, one of those pads, you could like change the buttons and stuff. But this is cool, man. So you select the controller you wanna change up, and it says down there, please press the button for setting A. Like, why does it have two P's? Please do it. Okay. I don't know how you got that extra P in there, but whatever. So you could set it up how you want. This is cool. A, I want my top 4 to be my ABC, just like Neo Geo arcade controllers or in the arcade. B, C, D. You could set it up however you want. That's cool. There's one little thing with that though. You saw we saved the setting. That only saved for this one game that we're playing. You have to do that for every damn game. But whatever, man. Okay, we're gonna leave it that way. We put it to smooth. Let's change it to pixel scaling. Get back out of there. And now we got some sharp ass pixels, man. So if we could go in this game and change it to US. Not all the games have that though, but there we go. US mode, just so it's in English. Now we got green blood though, so that's kind of a problem. But yeah, this looks good in my opinion. With the pixel scaling, it looks good. It's sharp. Here we go. Let's get into this a little bit. Oh, mofo. Yeah, this stick, it feels good in my opinion. The whole thing as a whole. The buttons feel fine. Like, I can't complain. The stick, I would prefer Sanwa. I know this isn't, these are like their own brand or something. They're generics. The stick is not bad. It's probably better than most sticks that I've used on, arcade sticks that came with generic sticks. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel bad. It feels pretty good, but it doesn't have that higher quality feel. But it's not bad quality, if you know what I'm saying. It just feels a little loose. The springy action. Let me pause this. Let me see if I could show you if we flop the stick. Boing, boing, boing. It's not bad. It's just like, I wish the spring was a little tighter. Like it was a more stiff spring. Not bad though. Not bad. I'm not complaining that much, but there we go. So there we go. Let's change it to here, let me show you. This is what it looks like if we stretch it out. Crazy, right? Horrible, man. That's hurting my eyes. Screen size. Let's do that. Stretch that out. There we go. Now it's full. All the way around. This thing is full. Oh my god, dude. That, like... No thanks. Go back to the original aspect ratio. I'll leave it like that. There we go. Quality. Let's... There we go. Okay. Alright, back in there. Quality. Now check out these scan line things, man. The trans scan. This is... Like, they should have done it with pixel scaling, but they did it with the smooth scaling. So it doesn't look that great to me. It has that smoothed over pixels with the scan lines, man. And, some people might be fine with this. I'm not a fan of scan lines, so I don't really care, but to me, it's a no. It's not being done with the pixel scaling. They should have... It's got that high quality smoothing thing going on, where it kind of has that cartoony look to it. I don't like that. I don't like that, guys. But let's go ahead. Let me show you the rest. All of them are like that, unfortunately. The longitudinal ones, same thing. Just they're going the other way now. I said some people might dig this. I don't, but I just wish they would have done it with the pixel scaling instead of the smoothing thing that they got going on. Let me show you the last one. There we go. Yeah, I don't like that, man. But let's get out of that. So I'm pretty sure I mentioned it, but when you change the controller settings, you have to do that per game. I just wanted to make sure I said that again if I didn't already say it. Let's go back to that pixel scaling. So we're going to work on figuring out how to add games to this. I'm going to be talking to some people, man, because there's got to be something that we're missing with this thing. There's got to be, man. Let's change the... Once you do this per game, you're good. You don't have to worry about it again, as long as you save it. So don't trip on that. Oh, I didn't want to pick him, but whatever. Okay. But I think the included games, they look good with the pixel scaling, and I'm fine with that. Even if there was, scan lines for the pixel scaling, I wouldn't use them. But this is firmware upgradable, so maybe they'll figure something out with that to fix it. I don't know how to use this guy. But there we go. Bish. Bam. So there we go, man. We're going to have a lot more to check out with this. Let me know other things you want me to test or do with this thing. We'll probably be doing at least a couple more videos. Hopefully we can get those games added pretty soon. I do have the Capcom arcade stick coming as well. That should be like in a week. So stay tuned for that. This was sent to me. Obviously, I got it early for purpose of review from Worldwide Distribution. I'll have their link in the description. They're the exclusive distributor in Europe for SNK. So that's where one of the places you would get it. If you want to import from them, they do have a lot of other products that they exclusively distribute as well. I'll put all their information if you want to check them out. They've been good to me. Really do appreciate them sending this over for me to test and check out. I did pre-order one of these for myself. And so far I'm happy with this. I'm going to keep my pre-order because I am going to tear this thing apart and hopefully I don't mess it up. But I bought all the other Neo Geo minis, so of course I was going to get this as well. So this was going to be a buy regardless if I got a review unit or not. But I'm happy so far. But we do have to test this with some other systems. I do want to see how it functions with the mini. I mean, that could be interesting. Who knows? It would be cool if it allowed you to like use the pixel scaling instead, but we'll figure that all out. We'll test that stuff out. Give you guys a heads up very soon. So, hey, really do appreciate you guys. With that said, I will catch y'all next time. Peace out, thumb butt, and boom. Bye.